The food that the body recognizes is the food that comes from the ground. All the stuff, like I've said, plantain banana, cassava leaves, okra, mushroom, that's what the body recognizes as food. But when you look at the processed food, they are food that has been manufactured by human beings. And that's what the food that they show us that that's the good food. Because globally, 51% of what we eat are processed food, 42% are animal product, and only 7% are fruit and vegetables. You see, only 7%. But that's the food, the produce, that's what we need to eat.
Guys, I welcome you live on SBTV Africa, the voice of the community. My name is DJ Nyame. If you just chance on our channel, I welcome you. Make sure you tap on subscribe, follow us for more. We have a lot of videos to watch, a lot of content on our channel. If you also want to come on the show, our numbers are on the screens. You can WhatsApp me on +233 244 790902 or +233 240 677 This program, this segment is called Daily Hustle Worldwide, and today I'm flying straight to UK to have a chat with one brother from Africa. He's an African based in UK. We get to know him and all that. I've been seeing his videos, his posts on social media and all that, giving us some education and all that. So I said, okay, let me bring him here to tell us more about him and what he's into and all that. So without wasting my time, don't forget to, like I said, follow us for more. Let's go straight to have a chat. Boss, I welcome you live on SBTV Africa. How are you doing?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm really happy to be on your TV show. Yes, really happy.
Nice one. Nice one. Mr. Olivier Mankondo.
Yes.
Pronounce it if I pronounce it well. Pronounce it again.
Yes, Olivier Mankondo.
Olivier Mankondo. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, nice one. How is everything? Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year as well.
Nice one, nice one. Which part of UK are you?
I'm currently in Manchester.
Manchester.
Which is, yes, 4 hours away from London.
Oh, Manchester. Always raining.
Yeah. Yes.
Too cold there? That place is
it's
too
very
cold.
cold. Yeah, it's very cold for the time being. It's a winter, so it's very cold. Yeah.
Yeah. I was there 2 years ago, so I know Manchester.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Back. Let's see. Where are you from in Africa? Which part
Yes,
of Africa are you from?
Yeah, originally I'm from the Democratic Republic of Congo. So I've grown up over there. Yeah, and I moved to the UK 23 years ago. So yeah.
How many years ago?
23 years ago.
23 years ago.
Yeah, so I've been in the UK for 23 years. Yes.
Wow, 23 years ago. This is Donatello.
Yeah.
I call some people Donatello, more than Boga. 23 years ago. Wow, they have a lot to share with us. But let's see. You tell us, you will be the first person having you from DR Congo. You are the first person on my show. I talk to other people. I talk to people from Uganda, Kenya, and some few other African countries. But for DR Congo, you are the first person to talk to have you on my show. Tell us more. I mean, 23 years ago, that's a lot. 23 years ago back in DR Congo. Tell us more. Which part of DR Congo are you from? Your culture? I mean, tell us something. Back then, what were you doing? Schooling or something? Tell us, working or...
basically, I've grown up in the capital, Kinshasa. And I was there working because I finished my studies as a civil aviation engineer. And my dream was to become a pilot. And because in Congo, where I was growing up, it was not possible for me to do this kind of studies, because over there you can only have your your private pilot license. But to work as a professional pilot, I needed to do my study elsewhere. That's why, first of all, I started to work as a air traffic controller in Congo at the airport. And then I left to come to the UK to be able to do my pilot training. But when I arrived here, as you know, my diploma from Africa was not recognized here because they said that you are from Africa. It was not possible. So all the dreams that I had to become a pilot was basically gone. And that's why I had to find myself. And basically, I retrained and I worked as an optician. I worked for an optician as a technician, as an optical technician. So basically, that's what I've been doing all this time in the UK.
So who inspired you to become a pilot?
Since I was young, since I was 8 years old, I wanted to do that, and that was really my dream. And it's not too late. I'm still gonna do that, but not as a job anymore, but as a hobby. Yeah.
Oh,
but,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Back then, let's talk 23 years ago, live from DR Congo, hustling and all that. You know, a lot of the youth in Africa, we are hustling. They want to travel abroad. They want to do this, looking for job back then. Maybe they are not getting the job and all that. Most of us, we complain and all that, lifestyle and everything. Let's see, 23 years ago back then. Is it like family was good, you have money at home, that's why you decide to go into piloting, to go and study this pilot thing? Or let's see, back then in DR Congo?
Yeah, basically back then it was just because it's a dream that I had. I really, really wanted to do that. And basically, like I've just said, over there it was not possible to do it because I was not like other people who just wanted to leave the country because they've had nothing to do. I've had a job. I was working as a air traffic controller. And basically just because I really, really wanted to become a pilot. And that's why I left. But I was surprised when I arrived here in the UK. I had to pay £29,000 at that time. And basically, my plan was to work here in the UK as a air traffic controller, save some money, and do my pilot training. But like I said, they told me that my diploma was not accepted, and basically they didn't want to train me again. So
you said you paid what?
Yeah, basically to do my pilot training, I had to pay £29,000.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yes.
£29,000.
Yes.
Back then, that was like
yes. In year 2000. Ago. Yeah.
Why? Well, yeah. Why are you going to get that money?
Yeah, it was difficult, but my plan was to work as an air traffic controller here in the UK, save some money, and do my pilot training. But it was not possible to do that anymore. Yeah.
Wow. Let's see back in DR. How many siblings do you have?
4. I've got 4 siblings. 4. Yeah.
So they are all in DR Congo now?
No. I've got 2. We have 4. 2 are in Canada, and 2. The other one is with me here in the UK.
What about your parents?
My parents. My dad is in Congo. My mom is in Canada.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're a Rasta man. Are you a Rasta man, or you just put on the dread? That's all. You're not a Rasta man. Are you a Rasta man?
No. I'm not a Rasta man. It's just basically in all that I've discovered from the 2016 when I changed my way of eating. I've learned a lot of stuff because if you see me before 2016, I had short hair. But I've learned that maybe people don't have to believe that. But what I've known to know is that our hair are an extension of our nervous system, and usually we don't have to cut our hair because it's enable us to be able to receive loads of stuff from the nature, from the universe, and to be able to transmit as well information. And that's why, for example, if you look for people who are, I don't know, Christians or whatever, or people who pray, they will see that most people who were spiritually advanced had long hair, like Jesus, Buddha, Socrates, Isaac Newton, all these people, they've had long hair. And because of that, I've decided not to cut my hair anymore. So the last time I cut my hair was in 2017. so I don't cut my hair anymore. And the style that I've liked is to have Rasta, but I'm not a Rasta man, no.
You are not a Rasta. Okay.
No.
You said you changed your, I'll talk about your hair, but you say you change the way you eat, right?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
What do you mean change the way you eat? Is it like there are some foods you don't eat, or how? Tell us about it.
Yes.
And,
So basically,
and who taught you that?
yeah. So basically, what happened is that in 2016, I was just watching a program on TV, not on TV, but on YouTube, and there's a guy who was saying that basically human beings were not designed to eat meat. And when I heard that, it really struck me, and I decided to stop eating meat. So it was a certain Wednesday when I watched that program. And then I said to my wife that I would stop eating meat. On Thursday, I came back from work. I asked her to cook my last meal of meat. I ate that, and on Friday, I started. So now it's been 7 years. I've not had any meat. I don't eat meat, fish, chicken. I've stopped drinking cow's milk and all that, because what I've noticed with all the research that I've made is that basically human beings are herbivores. We are herbivores, because when you look, for example, you compare the herbivores and the carnivores, you will see that we relate more to herbivores. And what do I mean by that? For example, if you look at herbivores, if, for example, they want to drink water, or for example, if you look at carnivores first, they've got two-person canines. The incisors are short and the molar are practically not developed, because carnivores, they've only got one movement in their jaws. They can only cut and swallow. They don't chew their food. So if you look at a dog, a cat, you will see that when they eat, they don't chew their food. They just cut and they swallow. But when you look at herbivores, they have to cut and chew their food. And this is exactly what we human beings, we do. We cut and chew our food just like herbivores. So in this instance, we can see that we relate more to herbivores. When you look at carnivores as well, for example, if they want to drink water, they lick up the water. But herbivores, they soak up the water. And this is exactly what we human beings we do as well. So in this instance, again, we can see the similitude between human beings and herbivores. And when you look at carnivores as well, they pants. For example, you will see a dog, it's what they always do. So they pants. And that's the way for them to regulate the temperature. But herbivores, they sweat through the skin. And when you look at us human beings, we sweat through our skin just like herbivores. So again, here you can see the similitude between human beings and herbivores. When you look at the digestive tract, you will see that herbivores have got very long intestines, which are roughly 6 times the length of their bodies. You look at carnivores, they've got shorter intestine, which are roughly 3 times the length of their bodies. And when you look at us human beings, we've got longer intestine, just like herbivores. Our intestine are 9 meters or 27 feet long. When you look as well, you will see that when we eat meat, it gets transformed into uric acid. And that's why carnivores have got very powerful kidneys, which enables them to get rid of that uric acid, because uric acid is a poison. And that's why when we eat meat, it gives us gout. And when you look as well, you will see that herbivores have got an enzyme. We human beings, we've got an enzyme, which is called ptyalin. That enzyme enables the digestive process to start in the mouth region. And only human beings and herbivores have got that enzyme. No carnivores have got that. And as well, again, like I told you at the beginning, human beings, carnivores, they've only got one movement in their jaws. So that's why they've got very powerful stomach acid to be able to digest the meat, the bones, and all that. So when we look at all this, you will see that human beings are herbivores. There's no question about it. We are herbivores. And to be more precise, we are frugivores. And when you look at, for example, the gorilla, we share 99% of the same DNA with gorilla. But what do gorilla eat? They eat fruit, vegetables, and tender roots. They do not eat meat. So how come we share 99% of the same DNA with gorillas, which means that our digestive tract are practically the same, but gorillas do not eat meat. And when I understood all these things, I said to myself, human beings are frugivores, and I stopped eating meat. And when I stopped that, basically I've been able to lose 35 kilos in 9 months. All my chronic diseases are gone, because I was suffering from high blood pressure. I had massive headaches every day or every other day. So I had to have some painkillers in my wallet all the time. I had dandruff, chest pain, back pain, abscesses. And like I said, my weight was 100 kilos. And when I changed my way of eating, I stopped eating meat, fish, chicken, cow's milk, all the dairy products, and
So are you
most of
a
the.
vegetarian now?
I'm a vegan. I'm a vegan now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and when I did that, I was able to stop all the chronic diseases that I've had. But when I went to the doctor, he told me that because you've got high blood pressure, you will be on medication for the rest of your life. But I've changed my way of eating. All these diseases are gone. And for the past 7 years, I've not been sick a single day. So that's the power of changing the way of eating. And when you look as well, you will see that my wife, for example, she's been able to lose 45 kilos just by doing this. And basically, when I look at my son as well, I've got my son, he had eczema for 11 years. And the doctor said that he will have that all the time. So for 11 years, we went, they gave him all sorts of creams, but there were no changes. But when we changed our way of eating, it only took 2 weeks for his entire eczema to disappear completely. So this is really powerful.
What do you eat now?
So what I eat is only what comes from the ground. So if something is planted, that's what I eat. And if, for example, for people who are Christians, when they look in the Bible, in Genesis 1:29, it says that God gave us fruit and vegetables. It didn't say meat, it didn't say chicken, it didn't say all these things. So basically what I eat is all that comes from the ground. So for example, cassava leaves, cassava bread, rice, plantain banana, mushroom, kale, broccoli, carrot. So only the stuff that comes from the ground, that's what I eat now.
Wow.
And because of that, I've been able to completely change my life. And like I said, for 7 years, I've not been sick a single day, and I've not taken a single pill. No, it completely finished. All the headaches that I had, all the back pain, every single ailment is completely gone.
What about perfumes and deodorant? I saw one of your posts. You were talking about perfume and deodorant. You said that one too, we shouldn't use it.
Yeah,
and
so basically,
a side effect, right?
Yeah, because what's happened is that when they do all this perfume and deodorant, what did they put? For example, for the deodorant, they put mercury. Mercury is they put aluminum in the deodorant and the perfume. So basically, aluminum is very bad for the human mechanism, and it will give you Alzheimer, and this is very bad. And as well, they put something like the phthalate, the alcohol, and when you put the perfume on you, you will constantly breathe all these things, and it's going to have an adverse effect on you. But that's why, for example, since 2019, I've stopped wearing perfume. But I think last week I went on Amazon and I've been able to find a perfume which hasn't got all this bad stuff. So the phthalates, they don't have aluminum, they don't have all these things. So I'm thinking of buying that. But again, if I have to use that, I'm not going to put that on my skin, because all these things, you don't have to put that on your skin. So if I have to buy that perfume, I'll put that on my clothes, never on my skin, because on my skin, I only put what I can eat. So for example, all the lotions that people put on their skin, I don't use that anymore because all of them are toxic. And for example, in these lotions, they put what is called sodium lauryl sulfate. And this is very toxic. It's very toxic. It gives organ toxicity. It gives skin irritation, and it's linked to cancer. So basically, you need to eat, to put on your skin what you can eat. If you can't eat that stuff, you can't put that on your skin because it's a poison. Let's say, for example, people, they put lotions on their bodies. If you take that same bottle of lotion, you drink that, it's going to make you sick. Maybe you can die. But why are you putting that on your skin? So, for example, for me, I only put coconut oil, or I can put olive oil, because this is stuff that you can eat. But apart from that, all the other stuff, I don't put that on my skin or on my hair because it's toxic.
So you live in Manchester for 23 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many kids do you have there?
I've got 4 kids.
Oh, 4 kids. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
With a
Yeah.
white woman or a woman from your country?
From my country.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us more about the hustling life in UK.
Yeah, so basically, when I came here, it was there were not many opportunities, but it was still good. For example, for the timing, it's a little bit more difficult. But when I came, it was a little bit better. When I arrived, obviously, I was not able to do. Like I said, I trained as a air traffic controller. I was not able to do that, so basically, I had to start from the bottom. Started to work first of all as a warehouse assistant, which was not my qualification, but I had to start there. And then I studied computer to become a computer technician. And when I got that diploma, I was able to find a qualified job, and I started to work as an optical technician. And basically, that's what I've been doing for all these years.
Do you have a lot of Congolese there?
Yeah, yes. They've got lots of Congolese people. Yes, they've got lots of Congolese people in Manchester, in London. Basically, they are everywhere. Yes.
Yeah, I'm talking about Manchester because we normally hear Nigeria, Ghanaians, Ghanaians. We hardly hear other Africans.
Yeah.
Because maybe I'm from Ghana, but I hear Nigeria, Ghana, Nigerians, and hardly I hear Congolese and all that.
Yeah, there's lots of Congolese people in Manchester. Yes. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
A lot of the youth, I'm talking in general because we are Africans, a lot of them, or a lot of us want to come there to hustle. We are complaining, Africa, things are not moving well. We all want to go and look for greener pastures and all that. You see this on TV, you've been hearing this. What do you have to say? Do you feel bad when you see certain things?
Yeah, basically what I've with all the time that I've been in the UK, what I can say is that people need to just change their mindset. I think even in Africa, it's possible to make something good, but you need to change your mindset. Because if you think that in Europe it's going to be good, I don't think that it's necessarily true. Because here, when you arrive, first of all, the only jobs, unless you become qualified, but the only job that you can do is manual jobs. And I know that maybe in Africa, people don't have all these opportunities, but I think it's more the mindset. If you've got a good mindset, even in Africa, it's possible to do something. And like I said, for myself, I'm thinking now of going back to Africa. And I told you, I sent you a message saying that the country that I've been able to see that I want to go back, it's Ghana. I would like to settle back in Ghana. Yeah, that's what I would like to do, because for all that the stuff that I've seen. Personally, I think it's better to live in Africa. We are more free. I've been in an English country for already 23 years. Even before UK, I was in South Africa. So basically, I've lived for a long time in English-speaking countries. And basically, for example, because I'm a speaker, I've built my coaching business and all that, weight loss coaching business. Everything is in English. So that's why I think that it would be better for me to be in an English-speaking country. That's why I would like Ghana.
You said something that we should change our perception, or we the youth, we should believe and change our mindset. Is the mindset that we can make it here and all that. Most of the youth will also tell you that, oh, you have been there, you went there, and it's okay for you. Now you want to come back and all that. Why are you now telling us not to go?
I'm not necessarily telling people not to go, but I'm just trying to tell them that it's not that easy. Because people always think that, oh, if I go to Europe, things will be easy. No, it's not that easy. And especially when you arrive, you need to have your papers first. because if you don't have any papers, you're not going to be able to work, and it's not easy to have that. So when you leave, it's not that easy. But what I'm saying is that if you change your mindset and you think that in Africa you can still make a living, you can develop, have good ideas and all that, it's still possible to make a living in Africa. But it's just you need just to have the different mindset. And as soon as you put in your head that I can only do better in Europe, you're not going to be able to see the opportunities in your own country. And that's what I'm saying. So if people
Africa,
change their
yes.
mindset, and
Yes.
for example, when I look at Africa, the climate is better, the food is better. So for me, I think that Africa, it's a gem, but people don't see that. They think that no, in Europe it's a lot better. But I think if you change your mindset, it's possible to make a good living in Africa.
Africa is our home, and Africa is the place to be. But it looks like we, the youth, want to go out, and those Western world are coming in with the Asians and all. They are coming in to invest, to make money from here. But we are here, we don't see those opportunities. Is it because what do you think is the problem?
I think the problem for me, it's really the mindset. It's because people, you see, when people are in Europe, they send pictures with cars and with stuff like that, and people think that, oh, it's very easy. As soon as you arrive in Europe, everything will be green, but that's not the case. People have to go through grinds and stuff like that. And I think it's people are a little bit misled just with the pictures and all that. But the reality is completely different. I think from a personal experience, in Europe, what is good is that you can you have access, easy access to books, to a new way of seeing things. It's mostly on that stuff that I can say that maybe in Europe it's something which is a little bit better. But the way that people think that in Europe, as soon as you arrive, everything will be okay, I think this is not the right way to see things, because there are people here in Europe who sleep outside.
You
There are
said you
people
want
who
to
sleep outside.
Yeah, I know, homeless and all that. You said you
Yeah.
want to come and settle in Ghana. What do you know about Ghana? What have they told you? What have you read? What have you heard?
Yeah, I've not done too much research on it, but I think in Ghana, from what I've seen, I've not dived deep, but I've seen that it's like the political environment is a little bit stable, and I've seen loads of American people who are going back to Ghana, and I've watched some of them videos, and they are saying that it's good over there, and it's stable, and that's why I about that idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are you planning anytime soon to visit before?
Yes, definitely. I will have maybe within the next 4 to 5 years, I will have to come and
But
visit.
if you are leaving the UK now to Ghana, you are going to leave whatever work you are doing there to settle in Ghana. Are you planning to invest, to do some business in Ghana as well?
Of course. So
But
basically,
if you are coming, your children, and I don't think your children will come with you. They would like to be there.
Yeah,
they
will
would like
stay.
to be there. So are you coming with your wife alone, or you are coming alone?
With my wife.
And your wife, when you told her, have you already told her about Ghana?
Yes, she's aware of that. She's
and
aware.
What did she say?
She has not really given me an answer as such, but I just wanted to plant that in her mind.
Because it's not easy, because you are from DRC Congo, and you are telling your wife that, okay, because now we speak English and all that, let's go to English-speaking country, and you chose Ghana. She'll be like, why? She's kind of like ask a lot of questions, you know that?
Yeah.
If she didn't accept, or she has not accept, what will you do? Will you leave her and come?
I don't know yet, but I will have to sit and. She's a very understanding woman, so I don't think that
Okay.
it's going to be a problem.
What
Yeah.
are some of the opportunities in UK? You've been there for 23 years. What are some of the opportunities in UK now as people coming in and all that, and they want to make it, they want to school, they want to work, they want to... What are you telling them? Some of the opportunities in UK.
What I can say is that now the opportunity are a little bit more difficult than compared to when I first came in 2000. Now it's a little bit more difficult, and with the Brexit, because the UK is not part of the European Union anymore, so all of this have really made stuff a little bit more difficult. And even if when you have to come to have the papers, it's even more difficult. So what I can say to people, if they've got, for example, they've got a visa, they want to come, I cannot prevent them. But what I'm saying is that if you can think for yourself and try to make something good in Africa, I think that will be a lot better. But I understand that people most people will not understand what I'm saying. But I've been in both places, so I know what I'm talking about.
Most of us, when we go there, they start with cleaning and all that. They travel outside. Most of us don't have any skill. If it's school, education is different, but we go there, we are going to hustle, and then no skill, we not learn anything. We just go there, and a lot of we Africans are doing the cleaning.
Yeah.
You've noticed that. Why? And what advice are you giving us?
Yeah, basically, the advice that I can give people is that when they come, yes, at the beginning, it's difficult. It's difficult to find your way straight away. It's like me, when I arrived here, like I said, I had a qualification as an air traffic controller, but I couldn't work as an air traffic controller. I worked in a warehouse, which was really, I was very high, and I started to work as a warehouse assistant. But in my mind, I knew what I was doing. I knew that, okay, I'll redo my studies. I'll get a qualification and do a more qualified job. But what I think is that most people, when they come, they don't believe in themselves. They just think that, Black people need to do just cleaning jobs, and they just stay that way. They think that, if I do this job, maybe people are racist, they're not going to give me the job. So they put a barrier to themselves, you see? Because as soon as you start putting in your head that people are racist, it's not going to work for you. For me, for example, I've been 23 years in the UK. I've not suffered racism. No. So it's just the perception. So if you think that you can only do cleaning job, then yes, that's all you will do. But for me, I knew that I was able to do more than that. The job that I started as a warehouse assistant was just a stepping stone, but I knew that I was capable of doing more. And that's what these people need to do as well when they arrive. Instead of just saying, I'm just going to do the cleaning and they stop there, they can better themselves. Maybe not necessarily that they need to go to school or whatever. They can, if they've got good ideas, they can create businesses for themselves. Because you can go the route of going to school, going to university, or you can build your own business. So it's possible to do that.
Have you been going to DRC Congo? When last
yes,
did you visit?
2018, the last time I went.
2018.
Yeah.
Are you doing any business or any projects there?
No. At that time, I didn't have any business project. But what I'm doing now is my coaching program. I've got a coaching program where I help people to lose weight, and that's basically my business now. So that's what I'm doing. I've got my coaching program where people join, and help them to lose weight. I help them to reclaim their health. So basically, that's the business that I'm doing now.
Are you planning to set up any business or something there?
Basically, project that I'm doing is, for example, to have a retreat center where people can come for a week, and where I will teach them how to eat properly, to explain to them a bit of the mindset and all these things. So basically, that's the kind of business that I want to do. So basically, a retreat center where I will teach them how to eat properly, how to lose weight, and so basically, it's always around the weight loss and wellness. That's my business will be.
Talking about losing weight, I know people that they are on diet. They know they don't eat some certain food, as you are saying, but they never lose weight. They go to the gym, they go to jogging and all that, but they never lose weight.
Yeah, the problem is because they don't know. Mostly people don't know why they're putting on weight, and maybe they will stop eating some food, but they don't stop eating the food that make them fat. For example, when you eat when you drink all the dairy products, when you look, for example, at the calf when he's born, he weighs something like 70 pounds. And basically, when in the cow's milk, you've got loads and loads of growth hormones. And basically, that calf will become very big, like a 2020 pound bull. Very big. So in the cow's milk, you've got loads and loads of growth hormones. And we people, when we drink cow's milk, what's going to happen? It's going to make us fat. But people will cut other food, but they will still continue to drink cow's milk. They will not lose the weight. Or for example, when you look as well at the meat, chicken and fish, all these are full of fat. And basically, when we eat that, the body can only digest 20% of the meat, and all the rest will be stored in the body. And that's why people get fat. So when people go, they say, for example, oh, I'm going to stop eating sugar. Yes, maybe you will lose a little bit of weight, refined sugar, I mean. Maybe you will lose a little bit of weight, but you continue to eat. You continue to have dairy products. You continue to have meat every day. You're not going to lose the weight, you see? And when people go to the gym, if you want to lose weight by going to the gym, you need to work very hard. And usually people need a lot of dedication to do that. And the problem is when you lose weight after going to the gym, you will be left with excess skin. And that's not good. For me, I've lost 35 kilos, but I've got no excess skin because I've done that naturally. I didn't go through the operation, or I didn't do very hard physical exercise. I did that naturally, and my body was able to do the work. And that's why after losing 35 kilos, I've got no excess skin. But you go to the gym, you do that, you will lose weight so rapidly, and your body will not be able to keep up. And you will be left with excess skin. And then you will have to spend money to have the operation and all that. So basically, people, they stop to eat the wrong food, not the food that make them fat. That's the problem.
I've seen you, you post soda, almost everything at the provision stop. You put it online that is not good. Soda, burger, what? You put a lot of things there that we should stop eating all those things.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying is that if you look, you will see that the biggest industry in the world is the pharmaceutical industry. The pharmaceutical industry is the biggest industry in the world, and they live off sick people. You need to be sick for this industry to strive. And that's why the system in which we are, they don't tell us the truth. Most of the food that they ask us to eat are the wrong food, so that it's going to make you sick, and you're going to buy the medication. And when you buy the medication, this medication will create toxicity in your body. It's going to give you more diseases. You'll buy more medication, until you become completely toxic and you die. You see? So the food that the body recognizes is the food that comes from the ground. All the stuff, like I've said, plantain banana, cassava leaves, okra, mushroom, that's what the body recognizes as food. But when you look at the processed food, they are food that has been manufactured by human beings. And that's what the food that they show us that that's the good food. Because globally, 51% of what we eat are processed food, 42% are animal product, and only 7% are fruit and vegetables. You see, only 7%. But that's the food, the produce, that's what we need to eat. And that's what all this processed food, they put a product that is called aspartame. Aspartame is very toxic and it's a nerve poison. In most processed food, that's what you find. Because they will tell you, oh no, we don't put sugar anymore. They put aspartame instead. But aspartame, like I've just said, it's very toxic and it's a nerve poison. For example, in Coca-Cola, in Fanta, in soda, in all these things, they put aspartame. Even in some medication, they put aspartame.
Are you doing all these things just to live long? Somebody will say, me, I'll eat everything. Or if I die tomorrow, I'm dead. Everybody will die. Are you doing this thing for healthy life, to live long, or what?
Yeah, basically, I think that as we are here on Earth, it's a gift that we've been given by the universe to be on this Earth. And we don't have to sabotage that gift that we've been given. And that's why, for example, for me, I want to live a good life. I want to live a life where I'm healthy, because being sick is very, very bad. You are always in pain and all that. But if you just change your way of eating, you change your mindset, you start, you don't put yourself into in stress, in situation of stress and all that, basically you're going to live longer. And when you live longer, it's going to be possible for you to achieve lots of goals, all the goals that you have, and you'll be able to help more people and stuff like that. But basically, if I have to do that, is to be in good health. And when I'm healthy, I don't have to suffer, because I remember in the past, the way I was sick, it's not pleasant.
Are you a religious person?
I would say I'm spiritual. I'm not. I don't belong. I used to be a Christian, but now I don't belong to any particular church. Class myself as being spiritual.
So you believe there is God, eh?
Of course, yes, yes,
So
definitely, yes.
Why have you stopped going to church?
Why? Because I don't see things the same way anymore. There are too many. I think that I've outgrown the religion, and I don't think that for me, I need to go to the church anymore. I'm not saying that it's bad for other people; they still need to go to the church. But for me, I've outgrown that, and I don't have to go to the church anymore.
Maybe you've seen something. That's why I'm asking. What did you see?
What did I see? For example, there are lots of concepts that I don't share anymore. For example, I follow a guy, I forgot his name, but he lives, maybe he's in Ghana, or I don't think that is in Nigeria, but because he speaks English. I forgot his name, but he speaks mostly about African spirituality. And for example, in African spirituality, you don't have that concept of hell and paradise. Because the way, for example, they say to people that you need, when you are bad, you will go to hell, you will burn. But the question I'm asking myself is that when you die, you don't have your physical body anymore. You are a spirit. How can you burn in hell? It's not possible. The only thing that can burn is physical. But when you are a spirit, you cannot burn anymore. And there's stuff like that that don't make sense anymore. And that's why I don't really, I'm not into religion anymore. And I've seen lots of stuff that, for example, when you look, all these people who came in Africa on the name of religion, they've done loads and loads of bad stuff in Africa on the name of religion. And I don't think that it's right.
Thank you so much, Mr. Makondo.
Yes.
Your last message, do you have any shout out on your social media handles? Thank you so much for passing through my show.
Yeah. So basically, what I can say is that I'm really happy that you invited me. And for all the people who would like to, who will watch the show, I've got a free gift that I want to give them. It's 7 tips to lose weight. So basically, I will send you the link so people can just click that link and download 7 tips which will help them to lose weight. And as well, for people who would like to benefit to my coaching program, I've got a weight loss coaching program where which is a 16 weeks. Where I coach people, and basically they will be able to lose a minimum of 30 pounds, which is something like 13 or 15 kilos that they can lose minimum in 16 weeks. So basically, if they are interested in that, I will give you my email address as well, but it is olivier@oliviermankondo.com. They can just send me an email, and then we can take it from there.
Thank you so much for coming through, boss, for having a nice chat with me on SBTV Africa. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy my chat with him. If you want more, subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of videos wherever you are watching me from, across everywhere, wherever you are. Subscribe to our channel. You can also come on our show. My numbers are on the screens. +2 332 44 790902 or +2 332 40 677 898. My name is DJ Nyame. Thank you, guys. Subscribe to our channel for more. I'll thank my production team. Thank you. Daily Hustle. I'm out.